Hey guys, today I want to compare these two fantastic little lights here, the Brunite HL18 and the HL16. And in many ways, they are quite similar in terms of this rotatable, adjustable head, like a bigger brother and a smaller brother, I suppose. But there are some differences. So I reviewed this one pretty recently, and one of the things I really liked about it, apart from the head, is that it has a really throwy LED in here. It's got an SFT40 smooth reflector, and that's something quite rare that you find in a headlamp. Most of them stick to, I guess, floody kind of beams. But the SFT40, because it does produce a lot of spill, I actually don't mind that, and I'm more kind of into throwy lights anyway. And we look at the HL16, got a different story. It's using a TIR lens, and I believe an Osram P9 in there. Okay, talking about 520 lumens, 1,600 lumens. So it's almost 3 times. It's more than 3 times the brightness of the HL16. Okay, the design overall is pretty similar. I mean, if you look at them side by side, they look almost identical apart from the size. The clips are a little bit different. Okay, so the Brunite has only a one-sided clip, but they both have 2 attachment points on each side. The buttons are pretty much the same. The bezel, there's a little bit of difference here with this knurling on the head and the tail switch. Okay, got the magnetic charging ports there on the back. Another thing to take into consideration is the battery capacity. So the HL18 has an 18650 cell in there. You can also use non-proprietary cells, whereas the HL16 is using a 16340 cell. I mean, look at the difference in capacity. 3100 milliamps versus 650 milliamps. So look, there's a huge difference. I mean, it's 4 or 5 times, capacity. So that's something you're going to have to take into consideration as well. Less capacity, less output, significantly less in both cases, but a much smaller light that you can pocket, chuck into your bag, not really feel. There's also the opportunity in the HL16 to use primary cells, so CR123 cells. So in an emergency, you run out of juice and you can't charge it, you've got some CR123 primaries, this is going to be the useful light, and this will just become a expensive paperweight. So yeah, I think those are the main considerations. Apart from that, the weight, they both come with these one-sided headbands. Not one-sided, but it's just one band goes across your forehead and across the back of your head. Okay. And then this little attachment here, basically just press the light in there, able to take it in, remove it quite easily. Okay, this one's just miniaturized. I absolutely love this thing because it allows you to get almost 180 degrees of coverage, but essentially you don't have those rubber rings. I'm not a big fan of those rubber rings that go around the light on some of these models, some of these headlamps, because being able to take it out as well just gives it much more versatility. And when you have it out like that and the head facing forward, it's just your basic EDC light. Whereas some of these headlamps, which are facing forward, like usually smaller, they just look a little bit funny in the pocket. And when you're holding them as well, you have to hold them kind of like that because the light's coming out the front of it like that, okay, rather than directly forward like this. So I think they're great 2-in-1 lights. This one is so much lighter. So if you don't mind, I guess, sacrificing on the output and you're using it for more lower modes, you don't need the power and the throw of the HL18. The HL16 is a fantastic little option. Both of them have regulated drivers, so when they step down, the output remains constant. They don't get too hot as well. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have questions, let me know below. Surely I've missed out on something here and there. if you're thinking about buying it, yeah, just leave a question below if I've missed something out. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and click the like button. It helps me get my video out to more people. And if you want to see more flashlight reviews, keep up with the latest news, then make sure you subscribe. Okay, so we've got the Brunite HL16 on high to the left and the HL18 turbo on the right. Okay, there's no turbo mode on the HL16, but I mean the difference is like night and day, really. If 3 times the light on the Brunite HL18 here, and here's the HL16. Okay, so tons of spill as well. Spill's much brighter and goes more to your peripherals. Okay, I mean that's as expected with 3 times the amount of light plus the additional throw of the SFT40 and a smooth reflector on the HL18. Really no surprises there, but I want to run this test for a while and let's see what happens, because we know that the HL18 will eventually step down, and I mean it's still respectable once it does step down, but I want to see kind of how it compares to the HL16. Okay, HL18, HL16. Let me just pinpoint this tree here. It's just pointed on that tree. And the HL18 has a much smaller hotspot, but way more intense than the HL16. Okay, HL18, HL16. Now, the HL18 has stepped down. Now we can just compare them side by side, and you know what? I don't think there's a huge... Yeah, look, the HL18 is still brighter, that's for sure. But now they are almost somewhat comparable. Okay, HL16, HL18, okay? The spill is, like somewhat comparable. But of course, the HL18 just has that range. I mean, you're able to get right to the back of that area of the golf course there. You can see that hill. You're not able to really illuminate it with the HL16. Okay, just side by side you can see them. Okay.